Hello, bosses all around the world, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a review of The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 11. And damn, what an episode this was. This was literally an episode focused directly on Eugene and Dwight. And damn, this was actually one hell of an episode. And so yeah, let's get started. So we start this episode by seeing what's left over of Fat Joey. Not even what's left over of him. We just get to see Dwight's reaction to it. So we start off by seeing Dwight going and seeing the dead body and lots of saviors all crowded around Fat Joey. And then Dwight's like, uh-oh. He puts two and two together and he goes and looks for Daryl and he doesn't see the bike. He looks for the bike, he doesn't see the bike. And then he runs into the cell where Daryl was. He doesn't see Daryl there and he panicked. Ran into his room, saw all of his stuff was all messed up, all trashed to shit. And Dwight went look for him for a bit, but he could not find him. Dwight crumbled. He didn't even know what to do. He literally was just like, well, I'm fucked. So he just went in his room and sat there and waited till Negan got home. And when Negan come home back to the sanctuary, he brought Eugene with him, and Eugene was scared as hell at the start of the episode. Literally, he was shaking. He couldn't even speak. He was stuttering. Literally, Eugene was just he was scared. Like, I've never seen Eugene so scared. But when he used to be scared of walkers, he used to be scared of walkers like hell, man. Then he was scared of, what else was he scared of? The wolves. He was scared of the wolves too. Yeah, he used to be so scared of walkers. But then that little battle at Alexandria helped him get toughened up and all that stuff. I don't think Eugene's even killed a person, you know. That's actually pretty mad. I mean, he's got people killed. He's got a hell of a lot of people killed, but he's not killed a person. It's pretty mad. He needs to man up. Even Father Gabriel's killed a person. Come on, Eugene, man. But yeah, Eugene, we seen him, and he was best scared in that at the start of the episode. And then after that, we cut back to Dwight, and then Negan goes, knocks on his door. As Dwight's about to open it, a lot of the saviors just bounce up in the room and beat the hell out of Dwight. Literally punching him up and that, stomping him out. Negan just watching. Then it goes back to Eugene, and Eugene, he was scared as shit. Like, he literally thought that Negan was gonna put him in a cell like he did to Daryl. I mean, he thought he was gonna be here in Easy Street all day, every day, in a dark cell. And like, when one of the saviors, I don't even know her name, the woman, the savior, the one that was flirting with Spencer last episode, no, not last episode, but the one that was flirting with Spencer before he got his guts taken out of him, she went and brought Eugene to his new cell. And then when Eugene got to his new cell, he was scared. Like, before she opened, not the cell, to the new room, but before she opened it, he was scared because he thought it was going to be that little cell which Daryl was in. So when she opened it, he was like, please don't, I'm scared. And then he stopped, and then he looked inside the room, and he saw a bed, he saw a TV, he saw a fridge. I mean, he knew he was living in paradise, like, literally. So what he did was he just went in there and was like, oh, this is all mine, blah blah blah. She gave it to him. He was like, rah. He was surprised. I mean, Eugene's funny. Like, he's funny. I don't think he does it on purpose, but he's a funny character. Like, literally, she's like, you can have anything you want. He's like, anything? She's like, yeah, anything. And he's like, anything? And then that happens like a good 3 times or so. And then he's like, oh, how about I get a lobster? She's like, no. What do you think this is? And then his face just goes like all straight face and that. And that had me so dead. Like, I was literally laughing out loud. I can't believe Eugene asked for lobster. Lobster. Where do you think people are gonna get a lobster in this? Actually, people can get lobster. Actually, they can. But yeah, that was really surprising. I mean, Eugene is funny as hell. But after that, she went away. Eugene locked the room, hesitating to lock the room because he thought it was a trick. He locked the room, and he went and looked in the fridge, saw lots of stuff. He was happy as hell. And then after that, we go back to Dwight. Yeah, we go back to Dwight, and then no wait, he locks the room. Eugene locks the room. He sees a speaker, he presses play, and Easy Street starts playing, and that was funny. Like, I just couldn't stop laughing. Like, as soon as Easy Street started playing, I was like, oh my gosh, Daryl. Like, I remember that first time I heard Easy Street, like the first time I saw that episode, it literally, I was laughing out loud, even though I felt sorry for Daryl. I mean, I was still in shock because of Glenn and Abraham's death. Like, back then it was so shocking, but I just can't believe Easy Street is back, man. But yeah, what's it called? We get to see a bit of Dwight, and then while he's playing Easy Street, we get to see Dwight, but Dwight's in the cell now, so that's changed up literally. Like that has changed up, and then at least he has his clothes. He should be grateful. He has his clothes, and he's been there for like a day apparently. Negan kept him in there for a day. Negan asks Dwight, "Who are you?" He says, "I'm Negan." Negan lets him out. He says, "Do you know where she would go?" He says, "Yeah." And then Negan sends him to a doctor so he can get patched up. So the doctor patches him up, and he goes to look for Sherry. But while that's all happening, while Dwight's gone, what's it called? Eugene is still, what's it called, learning all of the stuff like around the sanctuary. He's learning the rules, innit? So he went to go and get something with his new mentor, whatever it is, that savior. I don't know her name. The one that was flying the Spencer. I need to know her name. Seems like she's an important character nowadays. But yeah, her, she was taking him around and he was following, and then he was like, "Can I have the pickles?" And then she was like, "You have to take it." And then he just went and got the whole pickle jar. Like she offered him one, he took the whole pickle jar. She gave him the whole jar, and he was happy in that. And then he went outside to Negan, and then Negan was like, "You're smarty, man. You're Mr. Smarty Pants and all that stuff. Tell me how smart you are." He's like, "Oh, I'm smart. I can craft the bullet out of this, out of that, out of this." And he was just like, "Yeah." And then after that, what's it called? I mean, this is when Eugene was scared. He was holding the pickles. He was shaking out of his boots. Like, he was literally scared of like shit out of Negan. He was scared, man. But then he went, and then he just came up with something that's really bad for us, literally for the saviors. Not for the saviors. Really good for the saviors, but it's really bad for Rick's group. Like he told them about how to put metal on a zombie's head, on a walker's head. Literally, metal on a walker's head. Metal all over them, like a metalled arm on Walker. That is gonna be tight. I mean, I don't even think guns could even kill that. Guns will rebound off of it. That is looking like it's gonna be tight. And he helped, what's it called, Negan get metal walker heads. So that's gonna be tight. So he did this so their walkers won't fall apart. And Negan rewarded Eugene by giving him 3 of his wives for a day or a night. And then what Eugene did during this night was he just took the wives and he played games with them. He went and played a lot of, I don't know what game he played, you know, Space Raiders, I think. He just played games with them in his TV in his room. Literally, they got electricity, so they was playing games, and they were just sitting there, and then one of them was drinking lots of alcohol, getting drunk and all that. And literally, Eugene was just like, okay then. So he just carried on playing the games, and then they was not entertained at all. But then after that, they were just like, "Oh, let's talk." And he was like, "Yeah, let's talk." So then he told them a bunch of lies about how he's a scientist and all that stuff, and all of that stuff. And then he backed it up by going and doing some sick experiment outside. Like he literally took some stuff, and he did some live experiment where I don't know what he did, but it was just sick. I can't even explain it. He got, what did he do again? And I can't remember what he got, but he got some things in and he just made it shoot like a firework and all that. It was just so sick, literally. Eugene, literally, it was so good for them that they went back to Eugene the following day. And then during this time, Dwight, because this is only a Dwight and Eugene episode, during this time, Dwight went to go and look for his wife. And he found that she wrote a note, and he found out that the person that let out Daryl was his wife, and he couldn't bear to bring it up to Negan, so he was just like, "Oh, she's dead. She told me something before she got bit by a lot of walkers and all of that." Then he said that she told him that it was the doctor that told her to go and free Daryl, and because of this, Negan was gonna punish the doctor. Like he had to firm 2 shots to the baseball bat to the chest. I mean, Lucille, she fucked up Glenn Abraham. I mean, the chest, 2 baseball bat strikes to the chest with barbed wire wrapped around it to the chest. I mean, that doctor was in pain, man. And then he firmed all of that, and then he was gonna get an iron to his face. But then Negan just said, "No, all you have to do is just admit it was you and you did it." And then he was like, "Yeah, it wasn't that easy." Everything felt like it was all calm. Everyone was all happy. And I was just thinking to myself, when I saw it, I was just like, it's too good to be true. I know Negan's gonna do something mad. So, and I saw that the thing was still open, the furnace. So what he did was he just grabbed him and chucked him in there. His whole body, he got burnt to crisp, bruv. No more doctor. And then Negan looked up and said, "We already got another doctor." I don't know if he was referring to Eugene there, but yeah, literally. But that was a mad episode. It was literally a mad episode. The two girls, but let's go back to Eugene. The two girls, yeah, the three people. One of them was depressed and was planning to kill themselves. So then they went to Eugene. The two other girls went to Eugene and asked for help. So what they needed to do to get the help is they wanted to get Eugene to make a pill, something to kill them, a poison, so they can poison the girl in her sleep so she can die in her sleep. And they were gonna do that and all, but then they changed their mind. They literally changed their mind. No, they didn't change their mind. And then Eugene was smart. He put 2 and 2 together. He knew that the girl didn't need the pill. He knew she didn't want to kill herself. He knew that the pill was for Negan. And this was a big reveal. So then I was like, rah. I can't believe Eugene was smart like that. So then Eugene was like, oh, the pill's for Negan. I'm not going to do it for you. Negan doesn't deserve to die. Blah. Oh, he didn't say that. He didn't necessarily say that, but he just didn't want to kill Negan because Eugene's just, it's not for him, man. He knew he couldn't live with it, and he knew that even if he did kill Negan, he knew that the whole of Alexandria would be killed, and him himself, all of his loved ones, and all of that. And yeah, what else do we have in the episode? That's literally it. And then towards the end of the episode, another thing that had me laughing so much was when Eugene was like, "I'm Negan," to Negan. Like before Negan even asked him who is he, like Negan was gonna be, "Who are you?" And then, like as he said, "Who are?" What's it called? Eugene was like, "I'm Negan. I've always been Negan. I've even been Negan before I even knew you." That part had me. I was just laughing so much. Literally, like he crumbled to the extent like he was like, "I'm Negan. I was always Negan before I even knew you." All of that stuff. I was like, "Wow, Eugene, I can't believe you." But yeah, man, I can't believe that. But I hope. What else is there? That's it. And then the end of the episode, we see Eugene and Dwight becoming friends, and they started talking to each other and all of that. I was like, wow, look at the way that the roles have changed. Like literally, Eugene was shouting at some saviors, giving them orders, and what's it called? Dwight was having to lie about how he has to, what's it called? About how he's literally lying. Literally, he's only surviving because he's lying. He has to hope this lie works, because if he crumbles, he's dead. Because he's lying to Negan about how his wife said that, and a doctor died for it, a person died for it. I didn't agree with that at all. I can't believe that someone died because of Dwight's lie. But at least Dwight's alive. And I kind of like Dwight. I didn't like the doctor. Oh, the doctor didn't need to die actually. He saved lives and he just got killed. I don't agree with that, you know. But yeah, I would rate this episode a good 5 out of 10. It was a slow episode, but it was an interesting episode. But yeah, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. And Boss Man out.